Buenos días, mi gente. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás pasando? ¿Cómo amaneciste? More importantly, what are you having for breakfast? ¿Qué estás desayunando? ¿Por qué? Porque estamos desayunando contigo aquí en radio. Qué rico. Lunes a viernes nos puedes encontrar desde las 7 de la mañana, disfrutando contigo, bailando, gozando y haciéndote despertar con ese ánimo, ese calor, ese sabor que pues, this is how we do. Mi gente bonita, es miércoles, el cuerpo empieza a sentirlo, ya se nos acerca el viernes, se nos acerca aún mejor el día de la mamá. El día de la madrecita, la mujer que nos dio vida, la mujer que nos mantuvo, que nos aguantó por, bueno, algunos 9 meses, algo otros 7 meses, algo otros, well, ¿para qué te cuento? But it is Mother's Day coming up. What do you guys have planned? What do you plan for a mother after so many years that you've been giving her everything and done everything for her, and she has everything she needs? But do they really have everything they need? I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys are trying to do or what your plan is. But it's also a Wednesday, so since it is a Wednesday, it's a way back Wednesday, we're going to start with some music, taking it back a little bit. Why? Because I'm in that mode. I'm in that mood. The other two, I don't know where they're hiding right now, so we'll start with this.
Ponerme cerca de ella, parece como una estrella. Esto es película. Esa mujer se puso a bailar. Tiene un cuerpo como un chacón. Quedóse al lado de su corazón. Le dije, negra, mamita, brega conmigo. Te quiero como el aire que respiro. Tiene un meneíto de bomba que no se compra. Sufriendo aquí. ¡Asesina!
¿Quién? ¿Yo?
Te llevaste todo lo mío.
No, mi amor.
Pero esto no se queda así. Tú me la vas a pagar.
Es mi gente radio, qué rico disfrutando contigo, bailando, gozando. Imagínate que tu novia se viera como Iris Chacón. Si tú no sabes quién es Iris Chacón, check her out. Go on, Googlea, find it out. Because you know what? Sometimes Google gives you good answers, not always. However, I strongly believe if you don't know who she is, gentlemen, this is somebody who, you know, your grandparents would have turned around and said, Que mujerón. Que mujerón, mi gente. It is Wednesday morning. Happy hump day to all of you. Estamos disfrutando, estamos gozando. Yeah, it's a little rainy. The rain continues. What can I tell you? It is what it is. Currently in Ottawa, we're going to have some rain, low of 6, high of 16. During the day, we're going to have some non-showery periods, but you know what? Most of the day it's going to rain. Most of the day we're going to be hit. Most of the day we're going to get that beautiful showers that we need to cleanse the streets, cleanse some of the buildings, because some of y'all buildings are dirty. I don't get how you guys get your buildings so dirty, but they're dirty. Toronto, you're going to be sitting at a high of 21 with a low of 8. So make sure you guys are doing your thing. It's going to be cloudy, a little bit of sun coming through, creeping through every so often. But Toronto, make sure you guys are ready for it. Enjoy it. It's not quite bikini weather, but you're getting there. You're getting there. You're getting there. Cuando más la gente van a andar todas las mujeres ahí con, well, you know, things showing that they shouldn't be showing and things that gentlemen are going to be going, ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. So it is hump day. It is hump day, and I want you guys to turn around and tell me in the comments, what does hump day mean to you? ¿Qué significa hump day para ti? Déjanos un comentario, mandas un email. No te olvides, si quieres que sepamos que anunciamos tu negocio, tu servicio, tu evento, info@radioquerico.com y te mandaremos toda la información con quién tienes que hablar, cómo tienes que hablar, con quién, y toda esa información para, you know what? Para que tú estés con nosotros. Porque ya estás con nosotros, estás disfrutando, estamos gozando, estamos gritando. And this morning we started with a way back, because you know what? La novela, para los que saben esa canción cuando salió en los, I want to say 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, it was just everywhere. Everywhere. Didn't matter where you were at, didn't matter where you were about in life or who you were about to, you know, party it up with, but it was there. Mi gente, hay que disfrutar, hay que bailar. Cuéntame cómo está tu ciudad, cuéntame cómo están las cosas por donde tú estés, cómo está el tráfico con ustedes, because here, that's one thing I love. I love about Ottawa. As much as there's traffic, it's not endless traffic like you'd find in a city like New York, LA, or even Toronto. Some days, if you're driving down the Gardner at 7 p.m., get ready for a 2-hour parking lot. But that's what it is. I mean, that's what you get in the big cities. And that's what happens everywhere. Yes, I'm wearing my Toronto Maple Leaf shirt today. Go Leafs, go. Show a little bit of love. You know what? You got to show support to the teams that are still in the cup for this year. I'm not a big fan of hockey, but hay que darle a los que le gusta, hay que darle esos momentos también. Hay que darle esos momentos porque, you know what? We are in Canada. Estamos en Canadá. Y a algunos nos gusta, a algunos no nos gusta. Algunos entendemos el hockey mejor que entendemos el fútbol. El béisbol. Is that true? Is that true? But you know what? I'm a Jays fan. So I'll leave it at that. I'm a complete Jays fan. Mi gente bonita, don't forget 50 cities, 50 races. Catch the live interview at Ottawa Race Weekend Expo with Aaron Burrows, the running servant. We're going to have an interview with him shortly in the next couple of days before the race. Make sure we get to know the man, get to know his reason behind all of this. And we got to give a big shout out to the one and only sponsor for this, Swift Running, Fly Free. Make sure when you guys are looking out for your next runners, when you're looking for all of you guys that are into marathons and into all those nice things, check them out. They're really nice people to deal with. They're really nice customer service. I called in pretending that I was a client and my shoes were lost. And you know what? They were so nice. They were so nice about everything. They were really kind, really understanding. They walked me through everything. They walked me through every detail, asked me the right questions, asked me the right things. They weren't rude about it. You know how sometimes you call customer service, estás llamando ahí, en vez de decirte good morning or hi, how are you, te dan el, this is customer support. How can I help you? No. They were really nice. They were very, very caring. Hi, good morning. How are you? I hope your day is going great. Thank you for calling Swift, blah, blah, blah. And they went off. It was really nice. It was a nice experience. And they're also going to be doing a giveaway with us. Así que for those of you that are interested, keep it up. The QR code is going to be coming in for hopefully by Friday. We'll have the QR code set up for you guys to participate. Get yourself some nice swag. Get yourself some nice runners. Even the clothing that they have, the hats, I really like their hats. I'm not a huge hat guy, but the hats that I have, I really enjoy. So make sure you guys are checking it out. Aaron Burroughs, 50 cities, 50 races. Man, you got to be physically fit to do that. I don't think most of us here at Radio Que Rico could do 50 cities, 50 races. Especially not this guy. ¿Para qué te voy a mentir? ¿Para qué nos vamos a poner en cosas que no son nuestras, mi gente? But I want to keep the way back moment going. I found something that I hadn't heard in a while, and I was hoping that we could share with you guys. Para los que conocen a Sandro, encontré esta canción con Carlos Vives. Es una canción que a mí me encanta, me trae mucha memoria. And because it's Mother's Week, estamos hablando de mamá, estamos disfrutando el momento para mamá esta semana. You know what? I don't like doing it just one day. I like showing love to my mama every single day. Not because I'm a mama's boy, because I'm far from it. My mama does love me and takes good care of me. However, we'll leave that title to my little brother. And when I found this song, while I was looking for some older stuff today, I started thinking about her. I'm like, you know what? That brings me memories to when I was a child. Seeing her dance with the ladies, going at the family parties with my uncles, with my dad, which he does the robotic 1-2 step. I love the poor guy, but Papa no puede bailar. He tries. Pobrecito, he tries, but you know how it is. A veces los hombres no podemos bailar o no podemos hacer algunas cositas, pero sí, definitivamente esta canción me trajo muchos memorias de mi querida madre, de cuando originalmente nos mudamos aquí a Canadá, porque cuando originalmente nos mudamos, uno de los discos que mamá logró encontrar por casualidad fue este disco de Sandro. So, I'm going to leave you guys with this song. Take a break, think about it, and you know what? Enjoy the rain.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Estas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Siempre cantando, siempre bailando, yo quisiera vivir. Dejar el cielo sobre este suelo en el que yo nací.
No quiero que me lloren cuando me vaya la eternidad. Quiero que me recuerden como a la misma felicidad. Pues yo estaré en el aire, entre las piedras y en el palmar. Estaré entre la arena y sobre el viento que agita el mar.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar.
No quiero que me lloren cuando me vaya la eternidad. Quiero que me recuerden como a la misma felicidad.
Ay, que yo estaré en el aire, entre las piedras y en el palmar. Estaré entre la arena y sobre el viento que agita el mar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar.
y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Yo no me puedo quedar con una sola, aunque quiera ni una sola me controla. Soy bandido, no soy fiel ni a una sola. De corazón grande para que quepan mis novias.
Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas. Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas.
A mí me gustan las blanquitas, las morenas, también me gustan las chiquitas, son muy buenas. Gorditas, flacas, no importan si son ajenas, las baby malas con cara de niñas buenas.
Ey, muchachones, ¿qué es lo que tú dices? Tú estás buena pero de su cotice, que yo soy un gallo, tú quieres que yo te pise, después que yo toco más quiero que te tranquilice. Yo estoy en rumba, bebida, busca las mujeres que yo pongo el tequila. Yo estoy en rumba, bebida, busca las mujeres que yo pongo el tequila.
Así nací, nadie me va a cambiar. Me gusta andar en el party con plata para gastar. Porque yo soy así, nadie me va a parar. Si mañana me muero, nada me voy a llevar.
Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas. Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas.
A mí me gustan las blanquitas, las morenas, también me gustan las chiquitas, son muy buenas. Gorditas, flacas, no importan si son ajenas, las baby malas con cara de niñas buenas.
Chavala de este lado, andamos con el señorazo.
Chimbala, y ahí le voy, señorazo. Lindo, lindo, contentos.
Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas. Cuando estoy rulay y me gustan todas, linda o fea me gustan todas, es que yo soy así, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas, es que me gustan todas.
Yes, mi gente, desayunando contigo, disfrutando, gozando, bailando. ¿Por qué? Porque me gustan todas. Ay, que me oiga mi madre y me va a matar. I'm actually holding my phone here because I'm looking at some specials for you guys that are going to be late to buy mother a gift. See it, or even your wife. I mean, she gave birth to your children. Doesn't matter if it's the first time that she's a mom, first time that she's had a baby, and she just had it. Your child is a child. Give her a gift. Be thankful. Be thankful. Agradezcan que su madre está viva, que su esposa, su novia les dio un bebé. You know, sometimes we forget that. We forget to do these little things. It makes a whole world of a difference to them. Si tienes a tu abuelita todavía contigo, get her something. Show her that love. Las abuelitas are the reason why we're here. My grandma used to sit in front of all of us, and sometimes when we were all together, which was very rare that the entire family gets together, and she would turn around and say to us, you know what? All of you are here because of me. And we would laugh because it was true. If it wasn't for her and grandpa, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be causing trouble. We wouldn't be so much like her in some aspects. ¿Pa' qué te cuento si no te va a gustar? ¿Por qué te cuento? But you know what? That's what it is. It is what it is. Las mamás son bellas. Las mamás son un dolor en el mero, mero lunar. If you know what I mean. But you know what? So they're the moms. They're the moms. So I'm gonna be bringing you guys every day for the rest of the week some sort of deal that I find from a vendor that I like, or from a vendor that I've enjoyed their product, from a vendor that I know that is worth your time. And it's not because they're sponsoring us. I'm going to make that clear. They are not giving us any sort of sponsorship. I'm just doing this out of the goodness of my heart because some of you forget. Some of you forget you need to order, or you need to buy, or you need to make a reservation. By the way, most places are not taking reservations. I found that the hard way yesterday. I was calling during the day to see if I can get some reservations for my mom to take her out for a nice lunch or for a nice dinner. We're booked. Don't have space. Sorry, you should have booked it a couple of months ago. Or my favorite was, you forgot, didn't you? Do you mind us calling one of these fancy schmancy restaurants that you want to go just for a lunch? Forget it. One of them wasn't even fancy. It was just somewhere we would only take you home. Just because it's a Tuesday and the girl turns around on the phone like, you completely forgot about her, didn't you? My jaw dropped. My jaw dropped and I didn't know what to say or how to respond. And I'm like, no. But clearly we did. So for today, I want you guys to check out a very good lady. She does a lot of beautiful things. She's a baker, obviously. She's also Canadian Choice Award nominee and winner. She won winner in Best Cookie Shop in Ottawa, Baru Handmade Desserts. Check them out. I've interviewed her. You can also check out the interview on the one and only Sia Caliente. But for Mother's Day, they've got this box coming out. It's literally 6 artisanal mousse desserts, handcrafted, fresh, full of flavor: kiwi, mango, lemon, red velvet, choco brownie, and their signature alfajor with dulce de leche and one personalized gift. You choose one of the gifts, which is either a custom cartoon portrait from a photo, that'd be nice, a heartfelt letter printed and included in the box, a beautiful single flower, that's cliche. If you ask me, that's cliche. And if you're in the Barhaven, Manatech, Riverside South area, they're also doing free delivery. I don't know, but I'm the type of person that I'd rather go pick it up. That way it looks like I actually made an effort. Shh, don't tell my secrets. You make the effort to go out and pick it up. It's $34.99 plus tas, plus, the government's love. It's okay. Give the government the love. $34.99. You get your mother a nice little present. Oh, it's custom made. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it. That's why my eyes are down. And you know what? It looks so yummy. I want one. Okay, we'll stop. I'm trying to keep the sugar away from me. But you know what? They're really nice. The way she's packing, everything is really nice. And you know what? Getting that custom cartoon picture of you and your mom, or of your mom and the kids, or of your mom and dad, that's really going to touch their heart. So think about it. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it because el tiempo se acaba. And if you're anything like me, you're going to be scrambling. I remember when you were scrambling on Mother's Day, Latino Mother's Day, which is el 10 de mayo, or as many Latinos call it, el 10 de madrazos. You guys can understand what that is, and I'll leave it at that. But you know what? It's mom. Get her something. Get her something. Trust me, they love it. They feel so much love. They feel like they're on top of the world. They know you're going to do it anyways. But you know what? It's not about what that you're going to do it. It's that you actually went out of the way for them. That you've actually taken the time out of your busy schedule, because we're all busy. Or you lie that you're busy and you're like, ay, mamá, no tengo tiempo. No, 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 no la puedo llegar a ver hoy. Llame a mi hermano, llame a mi hermana, llame al tío. Mire que yo no sé de eso. Llame a mom. We bought you the extended warranty. Call them. But you know what? Just because you got that opportunity to call the extended warranty company, to call that tío, la tía, whatever. No, man. It's Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Can't stress it enough. So, like I said, for the next couple of days, I'm going to bring you guys a shop that I work with, a shop that I work with, or that I support because they give me great quality, great support. And like Baru, the owner of Baru has been so sweet, such a nice lady, and I'm a huge fan of her alfajores. If you guys don't know what alfajores are, order them. I see the menu on the screen. It says alfajores are, let me see here. Alfajores bites, 30 bites for $35. Yo, where are you gonna get bitten for $35? I'm kidding. But definitely try it out. Get it ordered up. Get it in your menu. Get it at home. It's important that you do something for mama. Just saying, because you know what? Like the next song goes up all about. Sometimes they make us, puff up our chest and say that we're proud of them. So because we're proud, and just because they've made us feel proud, or we've made them proud for whatever reason, you know what? Take care of Mama this day.
Me tiene pechichón, chon, 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 chon. Me tiene sabrosón, son, 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 son. Me tiene pechichón, chon, 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 chon. Me tiene sabrosón, son, 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 son. El hombre es como el perro, el hombre es igual que el perro. El hombre es como el perro, el hombre es igual que el perro. El hombre está donde lo tratan bien, el perro está donde lo tratan bien. El hombre está donde lo tratan bien, el perro está donde lo tratan bien. ¡Cañonea! ¡Cañonea! ¡Ay! Me hace jugo de zapote con leche en polvo, una salsa con cucayo, vea qué sabor. ¡Ay! Resulta que esa mujer me tiene embobado, por eso es que yo me siento bien patinado. Me tiene pechichón, chon, 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 chon. Me tiene sabrosón, son, 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 son. Me tiene pechichón, chon, 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 chon. Me tiene sabrosón, son, son, son. ¡Ay, papayal! ¡Rangel Senchar! ¡Ay, cariño, no hay cariño!
Ay, Dios mío, al Bacon le dio la garrotera. Mira los ojitos de I'm just waking up. I love you, but I'm awake. Mr. Tocino, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. There
So
you
tell
are.
me, what happened to you this time? Be honest with me. Was she that rough on you? I'm talking about the pillow.
How come? Nah, yeah, I just overslept and stuff, and just jumped out of my sleep. I was like, oh wow, wait, it's after 7 already? Crap. And then just logged in.
You definitely just logged in. Mi gente bonita, MC Bacon looks like he's got his eyes that you know when you look at a little boy and he just woke up out of bed and he's rubbed his eyes a little bit too much, and they look like they want to say good morning, mommy, but they don't know if they should say good morning, mommy, because they know they're in trouble for being late and sleeping in because they're about to miss the school bus and mom's about to yell, good morning, mommy.
My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. What's going on with you, man? How you doing this morning?
I'm not going to deny I'm disappointed. I'm overly happy, and I'm very proud of something that I decided to do without even thinking about it. You know how we're always saying we want to give back to the community? We always want to get closer with the community.
Yeah.
Well, I've decided, I don't know if you heard the last segment, but I decided that we're going to start, at least from today on, for the rest of the week, we're going to promote a business that's doing something for Mother's Day. Because you know what? There's a lot of people that forget. A lot of people that forget to order something for mom. And then they're running around at the gas station. Do you have any flowers left? Yo, don't get mama. There's only one person you should get. Actually, there's only one time you really should get gas station flowers.
What time is that?
When she calls you over for a booty call.
Jeez. Side piece flowers. Yeah.
Hey, you're there for one reason only. And if she turns around and wants, you want to just make it a little bit extra, give her a flower, and that's it. You got the bonus. Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah.
Hey, or as they say, as the lotto game says, winner, gaño.
That's it.
We do it up inside the place to be Desayunando Contigo. Lunes a viernes, 7 de la mañana. Tocino's waking up. DJ Mendez has had no sugar, and I'm really hyper. This is day 3 again with no sugar.
Wow.
We'll see how this goes. The last time I went with no sugar, I started falling asleep by the 5th day in the mornings after I head into office about an hour later.
Yep.
What's happened? Are you okay? Yeah. I don't know how I dozed off. You need a coffee? Mm-mm. You do? Okay. What are you taking it? Black.
What? That's what they say.
You know what? I like a black coffee, but and I go back on it again. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, Timmy's. Oh my God. The one with the arches. I don't like saying that name. Going to start something, going to second another, or going to blah, 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 blah. Do you, boo?
Wow.
But if they don't have good coffee beans and it's not a good grind,
wow.
yes. I need my own toxic freaking little thing coming up about this because honestly, coffee, I'm bad about it. Yeah, I'll have the local guy's coffee next door. Some of them are good. Some of them are just what they can afford to get,
Right.
and we live by it. But you know what? I'm big on not having that nice coffee once in a while. Treat yourself, and I'm not talking going to get somebody to make it for you. No, get yourself the $30 a pound, $40 a pound coffee. Put it to brew. Let it do its thing. Let it steep just a little bit, not for hours because then it's just nasty. And enjoy it, and just literally. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's all you need. And it's so good. It's so yummy. A little bit of paradise in your own home. Just saying.
Wow.
No me tienen que creer. You don't have to believe me. But those of you that know coffee and understand coffee, like truly understand coffee, you're with me on this one. And you're like, yep, Mendez is right. Yep, for the first time, I have to agree with this fool. This time I say he's preaching. My brother, you're preaching to us. Because, again, coffee's coffee. How do you like your tea?
I like. Well, I don't know what. I've heard of steep tea, but I don't know how the process is for that. So, but if you're asking what flavor I like, There's green tea. There's Earl Grey, which a lot of people are not too much of a fan of, but
It's a little bit bitter and a little bit strong.
yes. But I've enjoyed a Earl Grey tea here and there, but obviously grew up on mint tea, peppermint tea every morning. Grandma used to have us make mint tea in the morning, and that was just part of my
It's good for your stomach.
everyday lifestyle with grandma. So
See, what people don't understand, steep tea is just what you do with the tea. So what that means is when you have your cup, you got the steamy hot water, right? Like it's just hot. And you put the little baggie in. Guess what you're doing?
oh, okay.
You're steeping it. You're just letting it sit there, letting all of its fusion and all those herbs and all those leaves just let go of that aroma, let go of their taste with the water into the water. So you're steeping it. You're letting it sit. What certain companies have done is they've now put that into a tea bag, into a coffee bag, a coffee filter, like it's done nowadays. And they just throw the little baggie into the machine and then it comes out because it's doing the whole process and saving you the time.
Mm-hmm.
But traditionally, you put your leaves into your nice little pouch, your little metal ball or whatever you're using because everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in, you just sit there. And this is why tea time is so important in some countries because you get to sit in and relax. You get to take the time to sit down and have a conversation with somebody, get to know them, and just be you. Have you ever experienced high tea?
No.
There's a couple of places in Toronto that you should go in with an when you have a loved one, a girlfriend, somebody you really, really, really have a bond with, take them to high tea. You'll get to know them very well. They'll get to know you very well because it gives you the opportunity to not only try the different cookies and all the little hors d'oeuvres that come along with it, but you get to try different teas and you actually have to steep them. You have to go through the process and enjoy it. It's about 2-3 hours that you're there. You go to a buffet for 2-3 hours and you're like, no. There's a little bit more classy, more relaxed. As my grandpa used to say, this is one of those moments where you put it up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dude, sometimes you know what? Ladies appreciate that.
I'm pretty sure they do. And I've heard of high tea, but me personally, like I said, I haven't experienced high tea. So
Do it, my brother. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. I know you. Not as in, oh, you're a fancy blah. No. Because we're not like that. We're fam. We grew up in the hood,
right?
but you're allowed to enjoy things in life too. Just because you came from the hood doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. That doesn't mean you have left your roots. You've left who you are. That you're not who you truly are. You're just enjoying experiencing different aspects and sides of life. That's it.
Interesting.
That's all. Yeah, man.
Sounds like a plan.
So, do you have a significant anybody for this Mother's Day weekend that you'd like to? And I'm not talking like a girlfriend. I'm talking like even a friend that you're considering treating because she's an amazing mom.
I'll be honest and say no, I don't.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, we all see differently. We all feel differently. I'm not inviting any mother out this year, but my mama. But my mama. So I forgot to tell you this, and I don't know if you heard it earlier on today. I started trying to find a place to take my mom, and all the places that she likes are either booked or they're not taking reservations.
Wow.
So I'm like, you know what? My mom likes going to the sandwich shop. Okay, they do sandwiches. We go there once in a blue moon, sit there, have sandwiches, just chill, have a nice drink. And I'm not talking alcoholic because my mom doesn't drink. She don't drink. But have a nice coffee, have a nice tea, cappuccino, whatever. We have these sort of fancy, not fancy sandwiches with whatever the heck she wants as a side. normally, because we've been there so many years, we go there so often, they would say, yeah, I'll reserve a table for you guys. So I decided to call them, and we're joking around, and this is not a fancy place.
Mhm.
So I call, blah, 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 and the girl says to me, you forgot, didn't you?
Oof.
Yeah, you forgot. No, that's what I'm calling. No, you forgot. We're not taking reservations. But we're not taking reservations. So first come, first serve, and stay in line. I recommend you get here early. Doors open at 11:30, and whoever's in front is getting a seat. Whoever's at the end, enjoy whatever weather's outside. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Click.
Why?
A lot of places are already booked out or completely just not taking reservations because they don't want the hassle.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we take my mama. But it has been. I had to let you know because that was an adventure. That was funny. That was funny. I wasn't expecting that to hear that from somewhere you go to a lot and enjoy things. Before we move into our next segment, I need to ask you a question.
What's that, bro?
Have you ever looked at a girl, fallen in love instantly, and told her, one of these days you're going to be mine?
Yes, I have.
How often?
Right? Every time one walks down the street, go.
Bum, bum, bum.
Right?
Nah.
There's been one or two women that in my past that I've told them that, yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is our next song.
Okay.
Back 2000 and I want to say 2004, 2003, 2004. You know who Jeffrey is?
Who?
El Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Why does that sound familiar?
Oh, he's a Dominican singer. I mean, I know you know the song because we've actually been tipsy and had a moment with the song. And I'm not going to remind you which girl we were singing it to.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man.
However, neither one of us ended up getting her. She's actually married to some human. Some human.
Some idiot way.
Human. Hey, no swearing. PG-13.
Oh, never swore. Never swore at all.
Yeah, human. So,
Wow. Oh.
I actually sang this to one girl that I ended up dating and being engaged with for a while. And because today it's way back Wednesday, so I wanted to play some older songs, some stuff we haven't heard in a while. And you miss it because I played La Novela by Fulanito.
Really now.
Hey, who tells you to sleep in?
Hey.
Who tells you to make love to the pillow so well?
Weird.
And he's literally grabbed the pillow, and I could see him. Cuando seas mía.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube so you can see the outtakes of what just happened. And, we're going to play the track before I get Bacon into any more trouble. But think about this track. Think about it while you're listening to it. It is a bachata song. And once you hear it, Mr. Tocino, I'm not, you know what? Mute yourself. I want the world to see your face when you hear it. You ready?
Voy a desnudar tu alma beso a beso hasta sentir que tu cuerpo se derrama como lluvia sobre mí. Por el borde de tu espalda voy a dibujar mi amor sin ocultar esta pasión. Cada latido de tu corazón, cada suspiro tuyo me pertenecerá. Cuando seas mía, ya lo verás, baby. Las noches serán buenas para hacer del amor. deshojar tus sueños como la más bella flor. Voy a vivir para siempre como esclavo de tu voz. En el arco de tus cejas hasta tu dulce intimidad. Caricia yo voy a sembrar cada latido de tu corazón. Cada suspiro tuyo me pertenece. Para hacerte el amor, en cada sueño voy a estar yo, te voy a hacer buscar, pedir, rogar mi calor. Entrégate, yo te haré vibrar, suplicará que te ame más. En mis brazos volará, hasta el cielo llegará, no escapará más.
Cuando seas mía, ya lo verás. Todas las noches serán buenas para
hacerte el amor. En cada sueño voy a estar yo, te voy a hacer buscar, pedir, rogar mi calor. Cuando seas mía.
Mi gente linda, mi gente bonita. Unfortunately, Miss Mel tiene un compromiso, algo le salió de emergencia. I'm not going to get into it because privacy is privacy. Pero tu salud mental es algo muy importante. A veces, como latinos, nos ponemos con miedo de tener que hablar de esto. Como caribeños nos dicen nuestros padres, you don't have anything. You don't need a doctor. You don't need to go see a psychiatrist. You don't need a life coach. You don't need this. You know what? Maybe they didn't, but maybe you don't. But maybe like some of us, and I will say some of us, we do need a coach. We do need somebody to be there for us and help us grow and get us to where we need to be because we're stubborn. Somos más tercos que una querida burra, and you know what? We don't get it. And our stubbornness sometimes hurts us. We need to have somebody guide us. We need to have somebody show us, and I admit it. I've had some life coaches that have helped me out, and I continue to work on myself because at the end of the day, if you're not going to work on you, if you're not going to take the time to love yourself, how can you love somebody else truly? Antes no entendía que era eso, tener que amarte a ti antes de poder amar a alguien. Todo el mundo te lo dice, te habla, ámate, ámate, ámate. Pero a veces no entendemos qué ser eso. No entendemos qué ser un poco egoísta y amarnos. No es nada malo. No es absolutamente nada malo. Tomar el tiempo para amarte a ti. Tomar el tiempo para darte ese día en el spa. Tomarte ese tiempo para ir, go get a mani, go get a pedi. It doesn't hurt anybody, and it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt anybody for you to turn around and say, you know what? My bills are paid. I'm in a good place right now. You know what, guys? I'm going to go and shop for myself this weekend. You don't even have to tell anybody. On your way home from work, stop by the mall, stop by the plaza, stop by wherever it is you buy your clothing. Or if you're like Bacon, go on one of the online shops that he goes on and order something for yourself. Give yourself that present. Give yourself that moment to love yourself. Give yourself that time to remember who you are and how valuable you are to you. Because you know what? If you can't love yourself and give yourself that value, who else is going to do it? Who else is going to turn around and say, you know what? You truly are amazing. Because people around you, they'll say it, but do they mean it? And what does it mean to you when they say it to you? You have to remember some days all it is you loving you and you taking the time to show you how valuable you are. how amazing you are and where you have come to, where you were, where you've come from. Because sometimes we forget where we come from. Because we're so bottled up and trying to understand and give to everybody else. Be there for la tía, be there for el primo, be there for la abuelita, el tío, el primo, el hermano, el sobrino, la sobrina, la amiga. But when is it you? I want to tell you guys something that somebody I appreciate and I hold dear in my heart said to me one day. ¿Cuándo va a ser el tiempo para ti? ¿Cuándo tú vas a ser número uno para ti? Because at the end of it, you can be number one for everybody in the world. They see you as the number one. You could be Manny Pacquiao at the end of the world. But if you don't feel like you're Manny, it doesn't matter. We're here for you. We're here to love you. Check the segment out every week, twice a week. We're going to be talking about mental health, giving you guys a little bit of what we've gone through, a little bit of what we continue to learn because we are learning. And we are going to bring some coaches on to give you guys a bit of love and give you guys a bit of attention. This past week, on Monday, we had Shiloh Miner. She's a love coach. She teaches women how to love and respect themselves and also how to understand their husband. How to understand men. Because sometimes, ladies, y'all don't get us just as much as we don't get you. And it's not because men are from Mars and women are from Venus. No. It's just because we are definitely wired differently. And that's okay. As long as we're willing to work out the differences. Don't forget, you are loved. You are appreciated. And more importantly, the next time you look in the mirror, remind yourself that you are number one to you. Y el resto del mundo comes second.
Vamos a gozar, mami.
Baila mi son, para guarachar. Baila mi son, para guarachar.
El son nació en Cuba,
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you were listening to that hot song that Mendez was just playing, again, I like to tune in and really listen to the lyrics of the song because of the fact that I'm trying to learn how to speak Spanish and having that segment coming up just in a bit. This song here, Baila Mi Son, I don't know the particular meaning of it, but I gather a sense of the song speaks to me and says that keep on moving, keep dancing. No matter what the obstacles are in your life and what's happening, keep it moving. Again, I'm not too sure what the song meaning behind it is, but that's the sense I'm gathering from it as I listen to it. And I will admit, I was dancing a little bit. Because it is. I know it's a very well-known and popular song, but yeah, Mendez has a way of making music move you, groove you, and especially in the morning times. This is a wonderful song.
I picked that song today because, as we mentioned, Ms. Mel let us know that she may or may not be here today because of her personal issue.
Yeah,
And knowing that one of us would have to cover her segment today, I wanted to tie it in, and I like tying in whatever song we have to whatever her segment is. Because sometimes, we don't understand the words, but we'll understand the song.
right.
Songs speak a lot. This song is actually Tito Puente on being Tito Puente and sung by Hector Casanova. Baila mi song. Dance my song. Dance my rhythm. And like I was saying during that segment, dance your own rhythm. Enjoy your own life. Baila mi song is buena para guarachar. It's great to have fun with. So have fun with yourself. Put yourself number one. Live it, love it, be alive. Be alive for you.
Dance like nobody's watching.
And even if they're watching, you know what? Damn, give them a show because they give. You know what? I've always said it. My grandpa, I love this about him. See, I was brought up in a home where I had one grandfather that did not like attention, even though he was big in the military, and my other grandfather, which didn't care about attention. So my grandpa that never cared about attention said, "You know what? They're going to criticize your ass anyways. They're going to critique you and talk bad about you. They're going to critique you and talk great about you in front of you. So you know what? Baila mi song. Dance it. Dance your song. Dance your own vibe. Be on your own world. And you know what? Give them something to talk about. Because at the end of it, you're still going to be you. They're still going to continue being them.
It's very true.
So why not be? Let it be, mi gente linda. This is Desayunando Contigo. We get into deep conversations. We get into a little bit of everything. We like to have fun. We like to, but there's also a moment that we need to be real. And sometimes we forget to be real. Sometimes we forget to open up our hearts and be who we are meant to be and show you who we are. Show you what reality is because you know what? We're all learning. We're all growing. We're all changing. And trust me when I say this to you. Going from being a 470-pound man to where I'm sitting at right now. I'm not going to tell you guys because I want to hit my goal before I tell you what my goal is. And Bacon has seen it. Bacon has seen me be at my peak to where I am now. I still don't care what people think. And it's not because, you know what, people don't matter. But I'm happy. I have my smile on. I get to wake up and roll over or fall over or keel over or be like, oh my God, my ankle, whatever. But it's me. And I got a smile on. And I have Bacon having a smile on. And when Mel's here, we annoy the hell out of her until she smiles. Because that's who we are. and want you to be happy. Be happy being you, mi gente. So I want Bacon to bailar his own song. I want Bacon to learn Spanish so the entire show can be in Spanish because I want him to say more than quiero pollo con papas. Otra cerveza, por favor. I really need more than that. I really need more than that out of him. You want to know why? Because Bacon es bueno para guarachar. Dios mío!
Sheesh.
Yo, bro, I'm going to topple this desk over one of these days. I got to move something here because, you know what? I'm enjoying me and I'm having too much fun. So, mi gente, check out the songs. If you guys have any questions about the songs, you want to know anything about our playlists, hit me up, hit Bacon up, hit Melody J up at info@radioquerico.com. So info@radioquerico.com, exactly as it said, RADIOQUERICO. Or as some people say, Radio Q Rico.
Radio
I'm
Q.
not kidding you. Yes, I had somebody come up. Oh my God, you're the guy from Radio Q Rico. I'm like, what? Yeah. Que rico. That thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
you'll be recognized. Love that.
Hey, we got recognized. That's all I cared. Somebody
Love
came up out of nowhere and just, you're so and so. I'm like, I'm not
Yes.
the father.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. We should get more. Ay, Dios mío, mi gente, we keep on having fun. Toronto's weather is sitting at what, Bacon? What's Toronto's weather for this hump day? Dun, 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 dun.
19 degrees. No clouds, no wind, just sun,
Mr. Golden Sun.
and
Shine on me.
happy times. It's almost like full sweater weather today. It looks like,
Happy guy.
right?
Happy guy.
Okay.
I'm not that much of a happy guy. We still got rain. Rain. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. I don't mind the rain. I'm the type of guy that I will grab the youngest of the family, and if we're having a family gathering, we're outside playing in the rain.
Yep.
And with the first parent to yell, I'm like, that's honey. We're being kids.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do this? Why do you have to be this way? Remember when you were young and you used to do this with me? It's different. You're right. You got old. Nummy. But it's true, man. You still have to have your moments of childhood.
Yep.
You have to enjoy it. Like, isn't there moments that you turn around and you're at a family reunion and an auntie comes up or an uncle or a cousin or somebody comes up and you're just being you. And they look at you and they're like, ugh.
Yep.
And you're like, you know what? I may have more grays than you, but your heart is darker than the night sky. Mofo.
What?
Mama dijo.
Yeah, you
Yo.
get
Yeah.
the big eyes and the scowl look.
Or my favorite is, they're my children.
Oh.
I wasn't claiming them. I don't even want to claim mine some days.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, mi gente. We're
There's a-
loving it. We're living it. It is a passion thing. Oh, someone's about to get into something. So before somebody gets into something, we're going to play a track that I've wanted to play for a bit. And I want you to learn this track, Bacon.
Okay.
And once you learn what it means and the entire lyrics of it, you're going to come back and say, I love you or I hate you to me. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Mi gente, vamos a poner la canción de Danry, Mr. Colombo Canadiense, La Mala. He gave us authorization to play this. He gave us full support to play all his tracks, all his videos, because he's a friend of the show. He's a friend of the family. He's a friend of Radio Que Rico. How many times can you say that about a lot of artists?
Not much.
This guy's hitting it big. He just did a couple of clips with well, I'm going to send them off to you for you to see, and I'm going to try to see if he gives us permission to repost it, because he's got a couple of clips with some very huge artists. And yeah, My L's and my R's are not really awake right now. Con
Okay.
permiso. I'm gonna talk like Lisa on that one. Oh Lord, oh Lord. So remember, the song is called La Mala
La Mala. Okay.
by Danry.
La Mala, my darling.
By Danry.
Or by Dan Ri.
Yeah.
La Mala by Dan Ri.
El Danry, siempre rompiéndola. Subió una selfie con su amiga, vacilando en el club. Ella quiere olvidarse de tanto farsante, sola está mejor. De todo se cansó, de vivir en ese juego de traición. Independiente y desconfiada se volvió, se puso más buena, él se lo perdió. Ahora le dicen la mala, anda de farra en farra, tomando tequila con sus amigas, no le importa nada. Ahora le dicen la mala, anda de farra en farra, tomando tequila con sus amigas, no le importa nada. Es una tentación, su mirada una obsesión, su boca es peligro, su cuerpo un delito, no tiene corazón. Ahora le dicen la mala, loca y descontrolada, pero nadie sabe el mal que le hicieron para que cambiara. Fría como hielo, el cora bajo cero, todas sus fotos en el cenicero. Cerró el ciclo, se pintó el pelo, ese culito se puso más bueno, no le cabe en el jean. Se puso pa'l gym, despecha como la Rosalí, se fue viral en el VIP. Hey baby, ahora le dicen la mala, anda de farra en farra, tomando tequila con sus amigas, no le importa nada. Ahora le dicen la mala, anda de farra en farra, tomando tequila con sus amigas, no le importa nada.
Yes, el Danry, Mr. Colombo canadiense. I get so excited playing his music. Yeah, and it's not because you know what, he's a very, we've had dinner or he's been my homie for decades. No. When he started his career, I made everything possible to help him as much as I could. I think he's got so much potential to come and he's doing so well. His mother is a really beautiful lady inside and out. At least with me, I don't know how she's with the rest of the world. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the world, but I can only talk about my experiences with people. She's been very chill every time I've asked for something from them, every time I've offered them up to another radio station for an interview or whatever. They jump and they do it, and they've made me feel like I'm part of family. So my homework for you, and I'm going to give you till next Wednesday. I need you to find out the lyrics. I need you to understand this song completely. And we're going to talk about it next week.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to do, music and its lyrics like we were doing it at one point, but I do want to, help you out a little bit, push a little bit of buttons. In this song, well, it's going to make you smile when you finally understand it. Or you're going to want to kill it, one or the other, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's it. That's it.
Jesus. Dios mío, Jesus Cristo. So, last week, Miss Melody J asked a question about Hump Day. You're looking like blanked out. You don't remember that question she asked.
No, and that those eyes you're giving me right now. Looks like you're gonna resurface that question she asked.
Well, we were supposed to respond it this week. We were supposed to talk about and give the response to that question last week because we left you on a cliffhanger for Hump Wednesday. You really don't remember, do you?
That's
Ginkgo
right.
biloba will become your new best friend. I swear to God.
Yes, I know. So I gotta go pick that up
I
today.
love teasing you, but we were talking about weird places you've humped in or at, or you've been humped in or at, and I didn't say going, the whole like she just boom. Oh, I did this. No, I was talking about humping, not
Yeah.
okay. If you guys could see my eyes at the radio, you guys would know what I'm talking about. But I can think you guys know what I'm talking about. Mi gente, no se les olvide. Aquí se habla con los ojos, se habla con la boca, y se habla con los sentidos y con las manos. We are Latinos, plain and simple. So, now do you recall the question?
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Well, we were talking about that question. She turned around and asked where we were. Where was the weirdest place that we had? What was your response? Because her response is, I've never done this. Oh wait, maybe I did. I did it in the washroom of a bus of a Greyhound. Remember the old Greyhounds? Mhm. I'm gonna do something just to honor her since she's not here today.
Oh
Just
wow.
because she's not here.
Warning, fire hazard containment breach. Imminent subject release. Warning, fire hazard containment breach.
Apparently it's been contained because she's not on the show today. So the hazard has been contained.
We
at
love,
least-
we love you. We love you.
Oh, we definitely love her. This is why we tease her, and we're gonna get away with a little bit of something because you really wanted to push this button last week.
Me.
If you recall, Mel was pushing this question hard. She wanted answers. She was even after we finished recording. We usually have a debrief afterwards, and she kept on pushing because she wanted answers. And we told her Wednesday. It's Hump Wednesday. It's not my fault she's not here because I want to answer. So I'll let you answer first, and then I will give you the same answer, and I'm going to give you the understanding because she went one way when I had said something else.
Wow. Let's see. Hump Day is definitely a day to remember.
Oh, we got to be careful on Hump Day. Hump Day is going to be our problem day. Well, not
Yeah.
a problem day, but more, well, we let loose. I'm letting you answer first. Where is the weirdest place or the most exotic or the most,
Now, if I understand correctly, I remember saying an elevator because that's been the weird. That was, because how that came about was just pure for the moment, being spontaneous. Luckily enough, the elevator never opened because
bang house ding.
right, that would be that would be a sight to behold. But it was spontaneous, quick, fantastic. Yeah. Ooh, man. Ooh.
You're ready to call. You're like right now. You're like, and I can't. I'm gonna do it. You remember that elevator night? Look me that one. Baby, give it to me one more time. Is
Yeah.
it me you're looking for?
Hello. Hello.
So
Yeah.
I turned around and my answer was in a bus, in a train, and a few other places. But she jumped that thing in the bus, and I said, "Yeah,
In the back?
in the back, where there's 3." You remember that?
Yes.
Well, There's 3 seats in the back of the bus. That's what I meant.
But she thought.
She thought it was 3 ladies.
You
Now, whether that's happened or not happened in my life, I'm not going to admit to that.
look at that face. Look at that
But I
face.
am going to admit, and I will admit, that in the back of a bus, all the way in the back of the bus, right next to the bathroom, where they have the 3-piece bench, the 3-seat people, whatever, life happened. Life wasn't created, but life happened. Or as I say in one of my favorite movies, what's on the menu? Somebody
Yo,
definitely was on the menu. I'm not going to mention names, but I have let this person know that I will be talking about them without saying their name on this recording, so they are watching. I
okay.
expect my phone to ring within an hour or 2, or right after she watches it, because she may not watch it on time. I was warned. However, yeah, that was one place. Like I said, I haven't had 100 partners because I'm not that guy. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in having 101. I don't believe in having double, like, when some of these people are like, I've had 1,000 partners. Yo, dude, your thing's gonna fall off. Yo, thank you for keeping the prophylactic companies in business. But seriously, like, could you imagine getting into a relationship and your partner says to you, what's your body count? Which I think is rude to ask. But you get into the relationship and they ask you that, and you turn around and you're like, I've had 400. You're like, what? I've slept with. What? My response to that would be, please do me a favor. Let's go to the sex clinic. Let's get you checked out, because there's not going to be a kiss at the end of the night. Yo, I'm so scared to get a disease.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, honestly, I would need, like, and I'll speak very freely because we can. But think about it. And I'm not going on with the whole old mentality that men are allowed to have and women aren't. No, dude. If women want to play, play. If women don't want to play, don't play. Same with men. However, my question to you is: have you ever thought about what could happen to you because you've had many partners, because you've had that much exchange of energy with people? Have you ever thought about what you are going to feel one day when you walk and you have all of a sudden a phone call from a doctor saying, hey, we did your blood work and you've got da 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 pendejo. Unmute yourself.
That is very true. Like there's the game that people like to play when it comes to sex is very, very, it's nonchalant by some and very important to others. Because, and I think it's a generational thing as well, because when I say generational thing, the game of how many partners I have or how many people I've slept with in regards to a male with females and females with males, it's become quite, pardon the expression, loose. Because, yeah, I dare to say it, because
Do your kegels, ladies. Do your kegels.
you'll have women out here saying, "Oh, I got this guy, I got this guy, I like this guy, I like this guy," and you got fellas that, "Hey, man, I banged all these girls and this and that," and it's a game to them. Just like one of our episodes from one of our famous podcasts, we talked about how generations of men and women, they see sex as just part of, like I said before, it's a game to them. Like They want to conquer as much women as they want, and vice versa with women to men. And there's not a care in the world about, hey, protection, or like, who knows if they're using protection or not. And people are willing to risk themselves just for the thrill of saying, hey, I slept with X amount of people, and not even taking into effect that, hey, am I being safe? What are the repercussions of what I'm doing? They're just so focused on, hey, let me get in there for the kill. Let me get in there for this. Let me get in there for that. And come on saying, hey, yeah, you know what? I bagged 4 or 5 girls this week. And they don't pay attention to the outcomes of what they're doing. So,
And it's hurtful. It's hurtful because you know what? When you do find that one that you really like, that you want to create a relationship with, and they know that this is who you are and they know of your past, do you think they're going to trust you? Do you actually believe that they're going to want to say, you know what? I'm going to marry him. I'm going to marry her. Or if you don't believe in marriage, you know what? This is my life partner. This is who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. No, man. No. At least not my experience. I'm not like that. I don't believe in that. You know what? I'm very selective. I'm very picky. To some, maybe they're not. My choices haven't been, but you know what? I beg to differ with some of you guys have been with because, after I hear, and I'm going to tell you guys something that happened many years ago at a nightclub in Toronto. I was playing there, and the MC, and I'm not knocking on MCs, so please don't take it that way, Beko. MC ran into the bathroom. I think you heard about this story though. Ran into the bathroom with his mic on. He didn't mute it. And you hear the water sound that he's urinating, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, it burns. What am I gonna do? Dude came out. No girl ever picked him up again. No, he lost his career because it was a game to this individual to pick up one after the other, after the other, after the other. No, last I heard, he left Toronto. Hasn't been seen in Toronto for almost ever. But is that the type of life you want to live? Is that who you want to be? However, speaking about people you want to be like, people you want to support, Bacon, don't forget about Aaron Burrows, the running servant, sponsored by Swift Running. Make sure when you're running around, you pick up Swift running shoes because you know what? You're going to feel like you're flying free with them. 50 cities, 50 races. Catch a live interview at Ottawa Race Weekend Expo with the one and only, the voice of power, Miss Melody Jane, yours truly. We're going to be live recording there. We're trying to get the guys to come out, the video team to come out and take care of things. But it's exam season, so we'll see what happens with that. Don't forget, coming soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Are you ready?
yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming soon. With each day that goes, the closer we get. Just waiting on a few things, and believe me, our first episode is going to be a memorable one.
Yes,
What's up, everybody?
Golden Boy's going to be coming through to do his wrestling segments once or twice a week. He's going to be enjoying and, making Mel feel uncomfortable, and I'm happy about that.
every time you play that, bro, I remember the face you had yesterday.
I should, you know what? We should see if we can edit that and clip and be like, the love in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. We've come to the time. Oh yeah, this is gonna be classic. But you know what? It's Way Back Wednesday, and I love Way Back Wednesday because you know what? It's also Hump Day. We get to talk about things that we normally don't talk about, and we get to play songs that we normally don't play.
Oh, wow.
On today's mix, there's something that hit me and I thought about this. I hope you enjoy it. I haven't heard the final results. I did it, grabbed dinner, and headed to bed last night. And I'm like, you know what? It's done. If this is what comes out, this is what comes out. Good luck to us in the morning. Dun, da, da, da. We're about to find out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope Bacon starts dancing. But it's that time of day. You get your morning mix. The morning mix. I still haven't found a name for it yet. What should we call it? The morning mix down, the morning mix, your morning wake up call, your I don't know yet. We gotta come up with a name. Bacon, help me.
Already on it. Already on it.
Help me. Help me. Okay, now I'm being desperate.
The morning blend. Jeez.
That sounds like the coffee I had last week.
Ah.
Can I get the morning blend, please? Thank you very much. Can I also have the black in a grande? I'd really appreciate it in a grande. Thank you, Miss Melody J behind the counter. I'm sorry. She's gonna kill me when she watches this.
I love that when you watch it. Oh
Thank
man.
you so much. Yes, and you are going to win the payment of me giving you money and you returning me change because I will not be leaving you a tip. Thank you for your services.
And
Can you
you
imagine actually walking here?
Bumblebee tuna. All right.
Bumblebee tuna, yes, just for you. You have won a year lifelong supply of Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee, just for you.
Jesus.
Yo, can you imagine if we actually talk like that?
I'm telling you, it'd be a classic. Why? Because classics is what we do.
Oh, bro, you know what? Before we get into the mix, I'm going to give you a bit of info. When I was doing radio on a constant, and that was all I did, was just working radio, a friend of mine said to me, your voice has changed. I'm like, what do you mean? So, I mean, you've got an announcer voice. You're not talking like you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? He said, you found it. You found your radio voice. Now don't lose it. I never paid attention to it till like maybe a couple of weeks later. He said to me, come in the booth. I want you to hear this. So I go in and I listen. I'm like, oh, that sounds me.
Yeah.
That's me. I sound so good. I really like it. And now when I listen to the shows, I'm like, what happened? Gotta find it. I will
But
find it.
it's always within you. That's the thing.
It is.
I had that moment, just like what you're talking about, when I met Tony Monaco for the first time. We're at Palazzo nightclub. To all my generational people that know about Palazzo from back in the day, and same type of thing. Like I was hosting that evening. He was the main MC, and I worked at the club and I was hosting. So that was my first time working alongside with him, and he was one of my idols growing up as an MC because when I used to listen to the radio stations back then, that's what I wanted to sound like. And I remember him particularly coming up to me when he was up in the upper booth and I was on the main dance floor. And I'm interacting with him and I'm talking, and he says to me, "You're not in radio, man?" I'm like, "Oh, nah." He goes, now I see why they call you the voice of power. I was like, now coming from a gentleman like himself, who I idolized growing up, that compliment couldn't have been any bigger. And when he said that to me, it was just like, I'm not gonna say passing of the torch, but at the same time, an appreciation of the art. Because being an MC is not easy. It comes natural to some and hard, and it takes a lot of work for others. Because for me, being an MC is being that voice. Like I always say when we have these conversations, there's two types of people in this world: people who hear and people who listen. And the advice I got as an MC in the beginning when I started off and went into the success that I had is that always leave the people with something. Because if you're talking on the mic and they don't gather anything from you, you're doing something wrong. So anytime when I'm on that mic, I make sure when I'm speaking or how I'm talking or if I'm hyping the crowd, there's always something that I'm remembered by in a good way. Yes, I've had some bad experiences and everything else as life goes, but emceeing taught me that interacting with people can always be fun. And it could always be, you never know who's listening, you never know who you inspire, and you
Okay.
never know who is really taking you in.
Oh, guaranteed, my brother. I remember one year I was talking to a lady, and I said to her, "Listen, you run these events. What's it gonna take for me to MC it one day?" No, you're a DJ. I'm like, yeah, but give me a shot. No, you're a DJ.
Yep.
Stick where you are. And I would see some of the MCs they were hiring for these events, and I'm like, man, these guys suck. So one day I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna invite this person to the radio station, see what they think of me there, and interview them or whatever. At the end of it, it's like, you have a shitty voice. I don't even know why you're in radio.
Yeah, straight up.
Hurt me. It hurt me like you have no idea. I met somebody in the industry. This guy's got a voice. In the Latino community, this guy's got a voice. He's from back home. And he has been the voice of a whole radio station for 5 decades at least. And he's refusing to retire because he knows as soon as he retires, there's nobody to replace him for him. Like, this guy's got a voice. When I listen to him, I have to stop.
Yeah.
And he heard me one day. I got hired to do an event and he was around.
Mhm.
And he comes up and says to me, "You're representing the community properly." I'm like, and when I recognize him, I couldn't speak. I
Yeah.
could not speak. I was like just completely, you know, when you meet that artist or that person, yeah, that was my moment. And he says to me, "You don't have a deep voice, but the way you manage the crowd and the way," and he went off, and I'm like, wow, he sees me. And that
Mhm.
was it. A while later, I met a lady that had just moved up. Her and her family, her and her wife, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, her and her wife had just moved up from Colombia. And she was trying to find out who we were and what we were doing, because at that point it was myself and Moscato on the radio. And we were doing our thing. She finally met me and she said to me, "You're the one." Like, "What do you mean you're the one?" She said to me, "You know, you've brought me hope living in this country." "What
Wow.
do you mean?" She said to me, "You remind me of this radio host from back in Medellin." What? And my face went. She said to me, I come from Medellin. And in this particular radio station, between this hour to this hour, on a daily basis, everybody listens to this guy. And he talks like you do. Even the voice is very similar.
Wow.
You guys don't have a deep voice, you guys, but the way you guys talk smack, the way you guys put people in their place, the way, and she went off. She's like, she hugged me and says to me, "Thank you. You've helped me survive living in Canada so far." I met the wife a little bit later. She made a point to bring the wife by. And she says to me, "You know, if it wasn't for you and for what you two do on the radio show, we would have probably moved back by now. Our highlight of the week is listening to you guys on Fridays." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "When we knew that you were going to be at this festival, we had to make a point to come out because she was dying to meet you." And I'm like, "Your sister's to me?" "No, no, she's my wife." And they opened up and they told me. I still talk to them from time to time. But it
Yeah.
was so nice to be compared to somebody that's in a different country that does this for a living, that has done this for so long. And we're not talking about somebody that, you know, gets heard for a couple of minutes here and there and whatever. These are people that are heard nationally. when you talk Tony Monaco, he's not just known as Tony Monaco.
Yeah.
Tony Monaco is the enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
the entertainer, the business.
Yep.
So let's play this mix. Let me know what you guys think. Be humble, but be true. And after the mix, Tocino, I want you to tell me your feelings on it. And I want you to be real.
Sounds like
Be
a fun.
fully real if you like it or if you hate it.
Sounds good,
If I
brother.
stumble or if I crumble.
Mundialmente, estás escuchando a DJ Méndez.
Suavecito ahí, de ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás, ahí, de ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás, ahí, de ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás, pa'lante, pa'lante, pa'lante y pa' atrás. Muchas no quieren ni ver pa' acá, porque saben que tú siempre la vas a opacar. Aunque hagan el esfuerzo, mueren en el intento. Y si tú te mueves como si le entrara pata, tú lo que estás es abusando. La competencia se está asustando. Saben que tú la puedes matar, así que conflicto ya no están buscando. Baila como tú sola sabes y tú controlas la calle y tú tienes todo el flow. Dale, demuestra que tú sabes y alguien que me prepare el video que hay. Suavecito ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás. Ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás. Ahí, pa'lante y pa' atrás. Pa'lante, pa'lante, pa'lante y pa' atrás. Pa'lante y pa' atrás. Pon drive y reversa, me han dicho por ahí que eres perversa y te pones hot con 4 cervezas y te gusta.
El rompe discoteca, DJ Méndez. Mezclando todos los géneros, este es DJ Méndez.
Por eso fue mi amigo que yo la quemé. Comí el teléfono enseguida la llamé. Le dije entre los dos, todo terminó.
en tu cara. No sé si tú gustas o no gustas de mí, pero ese flow que tú cargas hace que los tigres se fíen en ti y te tiran y te asaran. Yo lo he pensado, no te voy a mentir, y tú ni bolas le paras. Tú te haces la loca porque tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, mami, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, nena, tú eres un bombón. Tú estás bien clara que tú eres un bombón. Si quieren probarte y tú no eres ron, pa' meterte el diente y tú no eres gom. No te hagas la boba que tú no eres don.
Por ahí se dice que soy un bombón. Cuando va conmigo siempre carga su bon. Sabe que hay pila que quieren su posición. No es que sea uno, es que son un montón. En tu Kawasaki yo sé wine panit. Dice que estoy buena, que estoy physically fit. Blanquito te sabe a poco, porque todos saben que yo soy un bombón. Cada noche quiere que mande la ubicación. El pelo hasta el culo, el bolso Louis Vuitton. Desde que me vio en el VIP quiso pasar a la acción.
Tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, mami, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, tú eres un bombón, nena, tú eres un bombón. Tú estás bien clara que tú eres un bombón. Y quieren probarte y tú no eres ron, pa' meterte el diente y tú no eres gom. No te hagas la boba que tú no eres don. Oye, maquial, tú sí eres un bombón. Todos los gangsters quieren probar un son. Tú te haces la loca y mira pa' Japón. Y no te ubican, pero ni con dron. Te quieren a la plancha con champiñón. Todo el mundo goloso y yo tranquilo.
Before you say anything, I have to share something with my listeners here today. You see, I've worked with this gentleman for quite some time. And when I hear his mixes and when I hear the music that he decides he wants to put forth and have the world listen to, it brings a smile to my face because every time, I love the fact how you asked me before you played the mix to let you know what I'm feeling. I just literally sat down before you put me back on camera because I was dancing the whole time. There's tracks in there that I have not heard in decades. Okay. So when I say to you how every time you play a mix, you take the moment to bring back people in time of good memories, dancing, good vibes, and everything else. That's what you're all about. Never lose that. Never lose that. I can listen to you. You know me. I can listen to your music anytime for all day, all night, if need be. Because the music, when you play it, there's a reason for it. And I know you do it just for your heart and everything else for no particular reason. But thank you for the music that you play. Because I'm pretty sure to our listeners here and anybody who's been listening to your music, they get that same feeling that I'm expressing to you right now.
I hope so.
Real talk.
I really hope so because
What a mix.
last night I was running around and I'm like, you know what? We need something for tomorrow, something different. And as I'm going through things, I'm like, oh.
I know that. Oh.
And then at one point, my kid comes in and is like, what are you doing in here? Because I had music playing just in my headphones. I didn't want to bother anybody. And he says to me, all I hear is, oh. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what I just did. And he's like, you got a smile on. What are you doing? So I laughed.
Yeah.
And he says to me, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen tomorrow morning. Because apparently you did something that's really good or you just made a mistake. I'm like, actually, I think I jumped the gun in a couple of them. And I told him what my thoughts were. And he says to me, I'll be the judge of this. I will tell you. And I said to him, no, I'm going to ask Bacon. Is like, yeah, Bacon's more important, eh?
No way.
He was being a little snot. And I'm laughing at it because I've always asked them what their opinions are when they see or they come to an event and they're blunt. Oh my God, are they blunt? They had to be my kids, but they're like, yeah, you were okay tonight.
Yeah.
You know what? I've seen you do better. Or the classic. Are you bored? Not even bored. Are you bored? Why? Because you suck. And then I've had the other extreme where they're like, it's time to go. Yeah, party's done. Like we're done. We got to pack up. Okay, let's get going. Did you record it? Yeah, play it in the car. Mm. So we get a little bit of everything, get a little bit of, but I appreciate your words. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody enjoys it because normally I do take my time to pick the songs I'm going to play, pick it out, why we're going to play, have a reasoning for it. Or if I'm going to do a salsa set, either make it romantic, make it heartfelt, make it something. Because you know what? And I'm a strong believer in this. Not everybody will agree with me, but the music you play should be an extension of who you are and how you're feeling at that moment.
Yes, sir.
Somebody turned around one day and said to me, I know when you're love, I know when you're broken up, I know when you're sad, I know when you're happy. And this is in a nightclub. And I looked at the person and I'm like, how do you know? And they're like, because of what you're playing. I was like, wow. I was like, yeah. We know when you're trying to impress somebody that's in the crowd that you're into. We know when you're having fun and you're just being you. We know when you're drunk. And they went off. I'm like, oh,
You pay attention. Yeah. It's like you said, you hit it right on the head. You said the music you play is an extension of you. Once you connect the songs together and you flip over that mix, you ever see in the crowd sometimes people just stop and look at you? That's what it is. Because right in that particular moment, you become the center of attention, despite the fact that you're just playing music. And that's how you interact with the crowd.
Just like somebody said, you're just a DJ.
Oh yeah, but you see, that statement holds true because there's two types of DJs that I've come across. Ones that just play music for the sake of playing music, and then there's ones like yourself. There's you and quite a few others that I can count on one hand that I would say are my top 5 DJs that I've worked with. I'm not gonna name others because it's not.
That's not as a friend of mine I would say. Okay. Let's not cause any poo-poo times.
No. Yeah, but that's the thing. So it's like, and I worked with a lot of DJs with, English, Spanish, different genres and everything else. And my top 5, maybe one of these episodes, I'll let it loose, but you're one of the select few that knows what they're doing behind the ones and twos.
I appreciate that, Pico.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that.
Because and I've seen you firsthand. So to those who have not seen this gentleman perform, because DJing is an art. But like I said, there's people out there, there's DJs out there that I've heard, I've worked with, and there's two types. Like I said, there's guys out there that just for the sake of playing the music, they go and it's like, yo, what are you playing, bro? Like, I remember there was a wedding I did.
A
couple years back. And I think it was the bride and the groom, they hired this DJ and they hired me separately. And when I MC a wedding, it's I differentiate myself from the guy in the club or the MC here because it's a different type of atmosphere or intimate, whatever the case is, whatever you want to call it. So I had an itinerary for me, and I'm trying to explain to the DJ that, okay, when these people come in, this song you got to play. When these people come in, this song you got to play. Oh, I'm the DJ. You don't need to tell me nothing. I know what songs I need to play when the people come in. I'm like, okay, no problem. I was under the impression that maybe the bride and groom gave him the same itinerary that I had, because I had all the music they're supposed to play. I had all of that and everything else, because when I introduce, the DJ is supposed to play the song when, you know, all the groomsmen and the bridesmaids and everybody else comes in. From top to bottom, Mendez, this guy played every wrong song for every person that I introduced. And let me show you something. It wasn't until we were ready to have the night where we opened up the dance floor and stuff that the bride and the groom came up to me and said, "Why didn't you have control of the DJ?" I'm like, "Excuse me?" "Yeah. Why didn't you have control of the DJ? You know he messed up every song for all the entrances and everything else from earlier on, and you did nothing about it."
Yeah, but that's not your job.
Let me tell you what I said, and then the response they gave me. I said, first off, I came to you, I called you maybe 3 weeks beforehand and asked you who the DJ was. You told me his name. I said, okay, can you extend him my number? Tell him to get in contact with me so I can have a talk with him. Because that's what I like to do. Before I do a wedding, maybe 2-3 weeks out, I want to talk to the DJ, get a feel for him, so we're on the same page. Because at the end of the day, we're a team. No matter if I know you or don't know you, we're a team, and we're here to do our job and entertain and all that stuff. And I said to the woman, I said, listen, I said to him before anything was getting started that I have an itinerary, the one that you gave me. And I was under the assumption that he had the same, because his response to me was, I'm the DJ. You don't have to tell me nothing. I know what I need to play and everything else when people come in. Her response was, you see, you assumed. You're the MC. You should have been in control of what the DJ plays, because you're the one doing the announcement. Exactly. And that's what I said to her. So my whole point of that story was, if a DJ doesn't want to agree with what you're doing, let it go. Do your job. Because at the end of the day, when you try to reason with somebody and they're not trying to hear you, don't get yourself wound up and everything else and so on, especially in a moment where it's supposed to be a positive atmosphere. It's a night of celebration, love, family, and all that stuff. And yeah, man, I did my part the best that I could. I left him aside, let him do his thing. But the husband came up to me and says, here. He hands me my pay at the end of the night. And I noticed it was more than I was expecting. And I was like, wait a minute, okay. And then he said something to me that made total sense. At the end of the day, this is my wife's day. But I understand where you're coming from. So I'm not paying the DJ. I'm not paying him at all. So the reason why you have extra is because I'm giving you his pay. Yeah. Because I stood my ground. I stood flawless and made sure I took care of what my handlings of what I was supposed to do, and not interfere with his ignorance and everything else. And the groom saw that. So
see, my thing on it is, I've been on both ends of it, that you're the MC and that I'm the DJ, and I've done both. As an MC, I go up to the DJ and I'm like, "Hey, how we doing this? Here's the list." And I said, I'm to the point that I stand next to them and I watch them, because a lot of these guys, they think they know, but they don't know. However, you've got the other extreme where they know. They know, they make you feel like you're supposed to be there. And to me, that's amazing. It's amazing to have the camaraderie that you can work with somebody and talk with them and live life, because it's great. It's great to have that and be able to talk with your colleagues for the night. We're gonna have an entire discussion about this either on Abiertos or here on Desayunando Contigo, because I have a bone to pick with the wedding industry. I don't normally let it out.
Sir.
However, I've been in the wedding industry long enough, the quinceañera industry, the Sweet 16, the corporate. So we're gonna hit that. But right now, it's about that time. It's about that time. Bumblebee tuna. What you want to know? Huh? What you want to know?
What do I
What?
want to know? What do I want to know? Again, it's a Wednesday. It's hump day. About to go to work in a little bit. Hope everybody's been enjoying this segment with us as we've been enjoying the time that you spend with us. Make sure you check us out on YouTube.
Brian.
Puertorico.com. Desayunando Contigo with one and only DJ Mendez, the voice of power. Melody's
No.
What prompted that, bro?
I don't know. Just
Okay.
so, what would you like to learn today? What's on the menu? What's on
Just
the menu?
because of what you just did. Just because of what you just did. I want to know how you say this. The faces you make every day.
Don't complicate yourself. Look what happened yesterday.
No, really, real talk.
Okay.
It's short but fundamental.
Okay. The faces you make.
The faces you make each day will make you recognize who you are.
Damn.
Woo!
Okay, ready?
All right. Wait. I have my. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. So the face
For the little lip book.
the
Las
face.
caras que tú haces cada día.
Say that again.
Las caras.
Las caras.
Las caras
Las caras.
que tú haces cada día.
Whoa. It sounds like you,
Que tú haces.
it sounds like you cussed there for a second. All right,
All right, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight. Las caras que tú haces
Las caras que tú haces
cada día
cada día
reflejan quién tú eres.
reflejan que tú eres. Reflejan
quién tú eres.
quién tú eres. Wow.
The faces you make daily reflect who you are.
Yes. Wow.
Okay.
Say that one more time for me, bro. Say that one more time for me.
Las caras que tú haces
Las caras que tú haces
cada día,
cada día,
cada
día,
día
cada día
reflejan
quién tú
quién
eres.
tú eres. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Reflejan. Whew. That sounds like a dessert with a little bit of a topping on top. Reflejan. What? Yes, all joking. This is
Here's a flying for the conversation.
okay. So let's do this. Say it one more time.
Las caras que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
Las caras que tú haces.
Las caras que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
Las caras que tú haces. It's that damn middle word. Las caras que tú haces
cada día
reflejan
quién tú eres.
quién tú eres. Las caras que tú haces, you say it and then it just like it pops out of my head.
Okay, let's pop it in your head. Las caras que tú haces
Ajá.
cada día
Cada día,
reflejan quién tú eres.
quién tú eres. Reflejan quién tú eres. Las caras que tú haces. It's... Oh my God! I know people making fun of me right now. Like, how am I missing words in
Don't worry
between?
about people. Don't worry. You know what? You know what, people?
Something dropped. Someone dropped something. Wow, bro. Wow, bro.
So, let it go.
Las caras que tú
Caras
haces
que tú haces cada día
cada día reflejan
reflejan
quién
quién
tú
tú
eres.
eres.
Las caras que tú haces
Las caras que tú haces cada día
cada día.
reflejan quién tú eres.
Las caras que tú haces
Cada día
cada día reflejan,
reflejan quién tú eres.
reflejan quién tú eres. It just rolls off the tongue with you, eh? Goddamn. Las caras que tú haces. Say it one more time for me, please. Please, I don't understand why this word is not.
You know what I'm laughing at? I'm going to be honest with you. It's not that you're asking. It's not that you need the help. It's the face you just made.
Yeah, I get around it because it's like I have the beginning and the end. I'm just missing the middle.
You're doing good. Like, I think you're doing good for the complexity of it. I think you're doing good. But that face, that just killed me. I'm sorry. That killed me. So, las
Okay.
caras que tú haces cada día reflejan
Cada
quién
día.
tú eres.
Okay.
Las caras que haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres. Las caras que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
Las caras
Que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
Don't do that. Las caras que tú haces
Cada
reflejan.
día.
Say it again.
So, okay, I want you to think of it this way. You know, you understand martial arts, right?
Yes.
You know what a kata is?
Akata?
Yeah. A kata.
What is a kata?
Okay, never mind. That won't help you.
Wow, that's a meme. Yeah, sorry, I'll be no. La cara que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
There you go. Again.
Las caras que tú haces cada día.
No. Cada día, not calle.
Oh,
Because if you say calle, you're like, yo, street. That's your street face.
oh, really?
Yeah, you're going the wrong way with it.
Street face. Yeah, that's right. Calle means street. Yeah.
Las caras que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú
Cada
eres.
día, okay.
Cada día. Cada día. Cada día. Say it with me. Cada día. Cada día. Keep on going.
Cada día. Cada día. Cada día.
Cada, not caja. Because caja means box. Cada día.
Okay, I'm saying other words that I'm knowing. Caras que tú haces cada día.
Not calle día. Cada día.
Oh man, this is gonna be long, but I love it. I love it. Las caras que tú haces cada día. Cada día. Did I say it right? Cada día. Cada día. Okay.
C-A-D-A.
Huh?
It's spelled C-A-D-A.
Cada.
Yeah, cada.
Cada día. Okay, cada día. Oh, okay. La cara que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú eres.
Again. One more time.
Las caras que tú haces cada día reflejan quién tú haces. Oh my
Wait, Your chicken dinner, winner. Ganó. Ding, 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 ding. Ganó. Tocino got it. It was 45 minutes, but he got
Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying my best, and I'm loving every opportunity that I get to share this with you guys. It's not easy, but I'm trying, and I'm not giving up. I will have Spanish down fluently, and when I do, I feel sorry for everybody. I want to ask you something. I wonder if after every episode, if people actually comment on Spanish 101.
I've heard some comments. They don't want to post them because they don't want to be mean or be ignorant, or one of them actually turned around and says to me, yo, stop teaching him that kind of Spanish. Teach him hood. We're in Canada. I'm like,
Teach
I
him.
want to be fluent. So yeah. I had somebody literally turn around and say to me, teach him hood, teach him slang. He needs to understand slang. I'm like, you know what? I get it. But if we teach him slang, he's not going to become who he is. And he's not going to learn to express himself who he is. So we'd rather take a little bit longer, make it a little bit harder, but for you to be able to learn the slang on your own, or as we go into, we're doing an event and you hear a word, you're like, what's this mean? Explain it to you. But at least you'll know.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
They laughed at me and they're like, you're mean. I'm like, no. If I was being mean, I wouldn't give a flying two about his well-being. And they're like, okay, fine, stop being nice. I'm like, no, it's not about being nice. It's about being real with him. And because I care about his well-being, I'm being real. So, mi gente, we've come to the end of the show, unfortunately. But cada día over here. I'm going. And Radio Que Rico. Don't forget to tune it in. There's other great shows coming through. Like today, Wednesday, Hump Day. Every single Hump Day, you can check out DJ Velo en El Desvelo at 7 p.m. sharp. He'll be having some very smooth tunes for you guys, usually some rock, some ballads, some things that you guys enjoy. So, a little bit different than what we do in the morning. A little bit different than what we do in Abiertos. But definitely check him out. DJ Velo, 7 p.m. He will be live on there for you guys on Radio Que Rico. And for those of you on YouTube, hit the like. Hit the button. Show us the love.
Come on, push a button.
Push the button.
That's that. Yep. You know where that line's from. That's what's up, Doc. Once again, I want to thank all our listeners and viewers today for making us be a part of your morning. Hope you have an awesome day today. Enjoy the sun if you're out there. Enjoy whatever it is, because we only live this life once. So make it a fun one.
Before we go, I'm going to give Bacon the choice. I played a song that makes me think of my mom earlier today. And I played a song that made you get into your emotions. Cuando Seas Mía by Jeffrey, or Una Muchacha y Una Guitarra by Sandro, featuring Carlos Vives. Which one would you like to listen to end the show?
The one with Carlos Vives.
Mi gente, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for another beautiful day. Have a great day. For those of you that have listened to us all this long and are working, we're sorry for making you laugh at work. We're sorry for, no, we're not. Let's not lie. We love that you're laughing at work and making a ruckus. Play it with your friends. Share it. Share the link. Share the love. And you know what? More importantly, it's Hump Day. Get your freak on.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Estas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Siempre cantando, siempre bailando, yo quisiera vivir. Dejar el cielo sobre este suelo en el que yo nací.
No quiero que me lloren cuando me vaya la eternidad. Quiero que me recuerden como a la misma felicidad. Hoy yo estaré en el aire, entre las piedras y en el palmar. Estaré entre la arena y sobre el viento que agita el mar.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar.
lloren cuando me vaya la eternidad. Quiero que me recuerden como a la misma felicidad.
Ay, que yo estaré en el aire, entre las piedras y en el palmar. Estaré entre la arena y sobre el viento que agita el mar.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar.
Bueno, compadre Sandro, venga y le presento a Gidio. Ese también es el rock de mi pueblo.
No quiero que me lloren cuando me vaya la eternidad.
Quiero que me recuerden como a la misma felicidad.
Por yo estar en el aire entre las piedras y en el palmar.
Ay, estar entre la arena y sobre el viento que agita el mar.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Siempre cantando, siempre bailando, yo quisiera morir. Dejar el cielo sobre este suelo en el que yo nací.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar.
Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar. Una muchacha y una guitarra para poder cantar. Esas son cosas que en esta vida nunca me han de faltar.